In the year 1373, the Byzantine Empire was a ghost of its former self, a small, crumbling husk of a civilization surrounded by the rising, unstoppable tide of the Ottoman Empire. Its capital, Constantinople, was all that remained, and the Ottoman Sultan, Murad I, was sharpening his sword to take it. He had the greatest army on earth. The Byzantines had decaying walls and a desperate, last-ditch plan. A plan so secret, so unthinkable, it involved only two men, the emperor and a lone Italian engineer. Their weapon would not be a new army or a divine miracle. It would be a sound the world had never heard before. The Byzantines were masters of a forgotten science. For centuries, they had guarded the recipe for a legendary weapon, Greek fire, a liquid flame that could burn on water. But now, they needed something new, a terror to match the Ottoman cannons. The emperor gave the order to the engineer, a man named Berenger. His task was not to improve their own cannons, which were pitiful. His task was to sabotage the enemies, but not with spies or swords. With knowledge, Berenger penned a single, anonymous letter. It was addressed to Sultan Murad himself, and it contained a detailed, seemingly helpful diagram. A diagram for a revolutionary new cannon design, with one fatal flaw hidden in its proportions. The letter was intercepted by Ottoman agents, just as the Byzantines knew it would be. The Sultan's engineers, eager for an advantage, immediately began casting the massive bronze gun according to the plans. Months later, at the siege of a key Byzantine city, the Ottomans unveiled their new superweapon. The basilisk, they called it. It was enormous, a monster of metal. They loaded it with a stone ball, lit the fuse, and fired. The resulting explosion was cataclysmic. The cannon didn't fire the ball, it disintegrated. Shards of white-hot bronze scythed through the Ottoman gun crews, killing them to a man. The basilisk was not a weapon. It was a Byzantine trap delivered by mail. The psychological impact was more devastating than the physical one. Sultan Murad was thrown into a paranoia so deep it froze his entire campaign. If the Byzantines could predict and sabotage his greatest weapons from hundreds of miles away, what else did they know? Who else was a traitor? The attack on Constantinople was called off. The empire was saved for a few more generations. The Byzantines won not by building a better wall, but by planting a seed of doubt in their enemy's mind. They proved that the most powerful weapon is not the one that destroys an army, but the one that destroys a plan. The story of the sabotage cannon is a masterclass in what modern strategists would call asymmetric warfare. When you cannot match your enemy's strength, you must attack their confidence. You must make them fear their own shadow. The Byzantines understood that an empire is not just held together by soldiers and steel, but by information and certainty. And a single, well-placed lie can be more corrosive than any army.